The United Kingdom says it's confirmed the presence of chemical weapons in Syria. Reports explain MI6 agents found forensic evidence from soil just outside Damascus, where a chemical attack was suspected back in March. 2 other attacks have also been reported. While both rebels and regime troops have claimed to be victims of chemical attacks, the report doesn't necessarily mean chemical weapons have been used. They could have just been present. But the Syrian government has never confirmed or denied possessing chemical weapons. The closest Bashar al-Assad's regime has come to acknowledging the existence of such weapons was in July, when his foreign ministry spokesman stated the government would only use chemical weapons in case of a foreign attack, and never against its own people. However, intelligence estimates from numerous countries and the Organization for the Prohibition of Chemical Weapons maintain Syria has one of the largest chemical weapon inventories in the world. The UK says it can't identify who might have used the weapon, but the use of chemical weapons could push the US and other Western nations toward intervention in the developing crisis. The White House has already warned the Assad regime that the use of chemical weapons would cross a, quote, red line, with one official citing troubling signs about the country's plans to use those weapons against the population. President Barack Obama told Syrian President Bashar Assad, "The world is watching." But a chemical weapons expert at the EU Institute for Security Studies in Paris told Time none of the recent attacks suspected of including chemical weapons are confirmed to be illegal. Chemicals like pepper spray and tear gas, commonly known as riot control substances, might have been used in lethal dosages, but are not banned under the Chemical Weapons Convention. The lack of clear evidence of chemical weapons use 2 years into the war, he says, is a good sign. But a writer for Time also points out the lack of evidence, one way or the other, is still something to consider. Investigators are still holding out in nearby Cyprus after being pushed out of Syria by the government, despite several weeks having passed since the attacks and many fearing the evidence is disappearing. The United Nations estimates more than 70,000 people have been killed since the uprising against the Assad government began in March of 2011. For Newsy, I'm Logan Tittle.